So we did on page 702, 11.16. Okay, and it says testing a random number generator, which we're testing how soon you guys can be quiet. Yeah, I'm leaving that on the video. Okay. So a certain random number generator, this is 11.6, which I'm not going to read to you guys at home because you can read and so can my students in front of me. So here we go. So it says, calculate the value of the z-test statistic and the p-value. Okay, so first of all, test statistic. What test did we use? Z or T? Oh, okay, let's Z. So we're going to put test statistics. So we're going to put the X bar. And what was the X bar?
0.4365.
And what is the mu? Okay. What is the sigma?
0.2887.
0.2887?
Yes.
And what was my sample size?
100.
Okay. Now, after you do this, let's go straight to our calculator, okay? We're going to do a significance test in our calculator. To find the significance test, you hit Stat. You're going to scroll over to Test, and it's a Z-test. So you found the test statistic, which is a Z. And then, did they give us data or stats? They gave us stats because we didn't enter anything into a list. What was our mu again? 0.5, right? Sigma was 0.2887.
Yeah.
And our X bar was
0.4365.
And our N was 100. Okay, what was our alternative hypothesis? So we're going to pick the first one. Remember, in the calculator, that is your alternative hypothesis, which makes sense because the null hypothesis is always equal to. And then we're going to hit calculate. Now we can draw, I'm going to show you both, okay? I'm going to show you how your calculator can do both. But there's our calculator. So our test statistic is negative 2.1. Oh, it's not 2.1, is it? Oh, maybe? Oh, 995. Oh, yeah. Okay. And then our p-value is... So let me tell you a little bit about the p-value. So our p-value is 0.0278. I'm going to go back. You guys don't have to do this, but I want to show you. Because it was a two-sided alternative, that means that part of your p-value is in both tails. I want to show you what would happen if we drew it. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, so let me do this again. Okay. Everyone who is home is being like, I don't know what just happened there. Okay, so this is your p-value. So let me show you what happens when it's a two-sided alternative. Okay, so right there, that is what your picture would look like. Do you see, like, so part of your p-value's there, part of your p-value's there, and what happened is they added both of those tails, and that's how they got this p-value. If you looked it up in the book, okay, if you ever looked it up in the book, you would only have found one part of it. You would have had to double it to get the other part. Does that make sense? Because if you looked up this test statistic, that's only giving you one portion of the normal curve. So your p-value is happening in two tails. So they've already added it up for you. They've doubled it, okay? So, does that make sense? Apparently not. So again, you guys, when this is part of your p-value, here's your other part, and the reason it's two-sided is because we said the mu is not equal to 0.5. Okay, so how did you guys do finding your test statistic and your p-value?
Good.
You guys, it's easy when your calculator does it, but you do need to know that it's doubling, your calculator doubled it. So if they ever asked you how much is in one tail, you would take half of that. So that's part A, okay? Now part B is calculate the oh no, that's part A. Is the result significant at the 5% level? Why or why not? So our p-value is 0.0278. And does it compare to 0.05?
Less than.
It is less than. So is it significant? Yes, it is. Remember, and no one can see that, and I'm talking. So we're going to take our p-value and we're going to compare it to our significance level, which is 0.05. Because our p-value is less than our significance level, it is significant. So at the 5% level, it's significant. Part C, it says, is the result significant at the 0% level? So 0.0278. So this is a yes because it's less than. How does it compare to 0.01? It's greater than. So at the 0.01, it is not significant. Okay? So there's evidence to support the claim. Here, there's not evidence to support the claim. So again, it all goes back to you have to have your significant level picked. Okay, you can't just get your p-value and just say, oh, I want it to be at the 1% because it's greater than that. That way their claim is wrong. You can't do that. That's why you have to pick it before. What decision would be made about the null hypothesis in part B? So this one, what would we do? So in part B, what would we say about our null hypothesis? Yep. In this one, we would reject our null hypothesis, and in this one, what would we do? So tomorrow, you guys, this is what your worksheet is on. Like defining the null hypothesis, the alternative hypothesis, finding the test statistic, and determining if the p-value. Okay? How'd you guys feel about that now?
Good.
Okay, so that took you through 11.16. Okay.